Buffie designs where beauty begins. DIY treasures and crafty wins. Come join the fun, let your spirit shine. Create with heart in your own design.
Hi and welcome. For my first DIY, I have these vintage bells that I picked up at the thrift store. Two of them look like the souvenir type things that you would get back in the day for each state. And I am going to give them each a good coat of this black chalk paint. Now, it covers really well, so I didn't need to give a double coat, so I thought that was well enough for the project. And I do paint the inside of them, but only so far down, just around in the trim. You won't see it anyway, because it'll be just sitting on a shelf. So then after that is all dried, I am using this vintage gold, and it's kind of like rub and buff, and it goes a long way. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I've done this technique a few times. Once on a nutcracker, as well as a few other bells. Check out my patriotic video that I just did a little while ago, a few weeks back, that has an old school bell that I did this same technique on it. I love the bell, how it turned out. So now that all of them are done, I'm going to let them sit and dry really well before I go on to this step. So I've got some drop cloth that I took some strips of it, just ripped it, and they're probably about a 1-inch thick strip, and just wrapped it around kind of for like a ribbon looking thing, and then just hot glued that down. And I have these pieces of holly type leaves and berries that I thought would look really cute on it. And then I just trimmed the ribbon or fabric at an angle to make it look more decorative, and it gives it kind of that old world look. I love how it turned out. So I did all 3 of them, and look how cute. If you haven't guessed yet, it is Christmas in July DIYs, and this video is a part of a collaboration that I was invited to be the guest host of. It's talented creators, and the hosts are DIY with Arya and Lolly D's Creations. So check out both their channels and subscribe, as well as the playlist link down below, and watch everyone's video. They are so talented, and I hope you enjoy. My next DIY is a pretty simple one. It's this newer frame that they have at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking the wrapping off and taking the back and glass out so that I can measure my picture of what I want to put in this. So it's so simple. I'm using IOD transfers, and I'm just going to use the back of the cardboard piece of one of the the paint and lay holders, and I'm just going to use that for my pattern. So I'm going to cut this out into the shape that I need for this frame. So now I'm going to take this Santa out of the transfer packet of IOD Santa's Hollow. It's got so many cute kind of old world Santa Christmassy kind of transfers in it, and I've been wanting to use him. So I'm going to use him in this picture. So I'm just going to adhere him down to this backing, and he just turns out super cute. So I hope you like him. So make sure to stay tuned to the end to see how the whole thing turned out. So I'm just making sure that it's all burnished after getting it on there. You want to make sure it's burnished really well, and then I want to make sure it fit in there just right. And I'm not putting it together yet. I just wanted to get an idea of where I wanted to put the holly. Oh, and I wanted to let you know I didn't get any footage for this, but I ended up having to put some Mod Podge on the frame and let it dry before I applied the transfer to it. Just because I had some trouble with a different transfer trying to get it on the surface of this frame. Something slick is on it, some kind of top coat that they have that it would not stick for the life of me. I couldn't get it to work. But I did end up putting Mod Podge and let it dry up on top and then on the bottom here as well before I put the transfer on. And I did let them both dry before applying the transfer. And here I'm just piecing some because, like I said, the other one, I ruined it trying to get it to stick and it just was a mess. So I'm piecing some pieces together so it looks full enough for the bottom. And I think I like it better than the other way I was going to do it because I think it just turned out much better. So then I should have possibly put the Mod Podge on the whole frame. I only did it under those two areas because now I'm using Tim Holtz distressing ink and it goes on paper really well, but on this surface, like I said, it was kind of slick. It would go on, but then when I put Mod Podge over it, it kind of smeared. So it was okay for this project that it smeared some and went throughout because then it made it look more vintage looking, which I love. So it kind of made up for it. So you can wipe back any excess that you don't want on it and just make sure to be careful around the transfers before you scrape those off. So just be really careful. So now I am using that same distressing ink and going around the Santa and basically just in those areas that you're going to be seeing through the frame because it really didn't matter the rest of the page, but I kind of wanted to make it look distressed and older. So now the frame itself is really shiny gold and I did not want that because I wanted it to look more vintage. So I'm using some antiquing wax and going over it, and then I kind of just blotch it on to kind of give it an old kind of rusty look to it. And I probably could have done more to it, but I kind of stopped. I thought it looked perfect, but now looking back at it after it dried, I think I could have put a little bit more on it. And of course it got onto the mat, but it's old looking, so that's what I was going for. So I love how it turned out. And then after this is all wiped back to what I want it to look like, then we're going to take some Mod Podge and go completely around the whole frame with it. So now we're going to take our cute little picture and stick it inside the frame, and we are finished. And I just love how it turned out. I wasn't sure what I was going to use this frame for, but I'm glad I picked it up and it just turned out super cute. Let me know what you think. I just wanted to share with you that if you're interested in recreating any of my projects or are looking to support my channel, check out the links in the description as well as the YouTube shopping products on your screen. I've linked many of the supplies and similar items I use. As an Amazon associate and YouTube shopping partner, I earn from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get back to the DIYs. This next DIY is one of my favorites, and I picked this up at the thrift store and paid $1 for it. It had a broken piece on the spout area that was glued back together pretty sturdy, but it had a bunch of chips in it, and so I'm just getting some spackling to kind of try to fill in those areas and just wiping off the excess so I don't have as much to sand once it's dry. So then I'm just going to give it a light sanding so that it's smooth to touch, so that when I paint it, it will look perfect. Well, try to look perfect. So now I'm taking it outside and using this linen white Rust-Oleum spray chalk paint. And I do end up giving this, I think, 2, maybe 3 coats to make sure it was all covered, as well as the bottom. And the top I put a bag in and some tape to spray paint the top so that I can still use it for flowers if I wanted to. So I'm using this Old World Santa from the same collection of the Santa's Hollow, And I'm going to try to center this as best I can in the front of this cute little picture. And this is, I'm not gonna lie, putting a transfer like this on a rounded surface is really difficult. So I struggled with it, but I did make it work. You just have to kind of be careful not to rip the transfer at all. But even if you do, you can kind of lay it back down and kind of put it back into place. So that's kind of what I did throughout the process. So here I'm just showing you I had cut off that extra piece there to make it easier to maneuver. So what I tried to do is go down the center of it first and then get that adhered to the surface, and then work on the outer pieces to kind of blend them a little bit better. That was easier for me to do. I don't know, let me know what you do, if you guys have a trick that you use for rounded surfaces, or does everyone have to struggle with it? Let me know what you do. And look how cute already. I love it. So then you want to burnish it to your surface so everything's flat and it's sticking onto it really well. And see, there were some little things sticking out, so I kind of mushed them back into place, and it turned out really cute. So now I'm going to use this vintage gold. It's kind of like a rub and buff, and I'm going to put it along the trim of the top portion there. And it's kind of hard to get it exactly straight, but it turns out really pretty, and as long as you take your time, you can do a really good job with it. So on the lip of it here, I thought it would be better having that all gold. It just seemed kind of plain. So I'm filling all of that portion in as well. So now I'm taking some of this clear spray and just giving it all a really good coat. And I'll spray a second coat after this dries, just to give it that extra durability. But I think it turns out super pretty. The sheen is just perfect matte color, and I just love it. Wait till you see how it looks all finished. This next DIY, I am refurbishing this container. It's from some shampoo that I had purchased and used, and it's a perfect size for a hand soap dispenser. And I'm going to turn it into a Christmas decorated one. I did end up needing to do 2 coats on this just to give it a good coverage. So I'm taking this Santa transfer from the IOD Christmas collection, Kitschy Christmas, and I think this is 2 Christmases ago. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I will try to find some links for you, as well as some others that I can find for you so that you have something to choose from. And I'm just going to press down on it, make sure it's nice and smooth, and transfer this onto this container. Now, if you watch my videos enough, you know how I hate to throw anything away, and I love to reuse it for price-wise, just being frugal. And if you're decorating on a budget, this is perfect for you. Especially since some of these soap dispensers can be kind of pricey, and this is something that's just going to go into the trash. And if you can find inexpensive transfers, and it doesn't have to be IOD, you can transform anything into what you want it to be. And I just love this idea. So I've got this little holly transfer, and I'm not sure if it's from the same one. I think it might have been from the other one that I showed earlier. But you can use any kind of design that you want. It doesn't even have to be Santa. It could be a poinsettia, or just anything on it. And look how cute already. So now I'm just going to get some clear spray and use the rest of what I had left. It barely made it for this, and just cover the whole thing, because that chalk paint will be, if you wash this, it'll come right off. So you want to cover this really well and give it at least 2 coats of this spray. And then you're done, and it's that simple. So easy to do. Thank you so much for sticking around to see how my projects turned out. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making them, and I hope you loved my projects as well. Make sure to check out the playlist for the collaboration on everyone's videos for Christmas in July. And don't forget to subscribe to each and every one of the creators in the playlist, as well as the hosts. And if you're new here, for me as well. And also, if there's any of the projects that you would like to recreate, I have those links in my description box and on the screen for any products that you might need in order to create them. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope that you all will have a Merry Christmas in July.